Hi guys, do you want to save money on your gardening expenses this year? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can save up to 50% off flowers and bushes for your landscape. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard Kentucky homestead. My name is Kim. If you like flowers and saving money, go ahead and hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. So let's get started. So it can be so enticing when you go to your garden center, especially your big box stores, just to want to buy everything. It's in full bloom, it's lush, it's green, it just looks great. But there's a reason for that. It's because they're pushing through a lot of inventory, cycling through almost daily. If you have a little patience, you can get all of this stuff for as much as 50% off, or at least a few dollars cheaper than the regular price. Just needs a little TLC, little time, and then it will grow back. I mean, these were all items that I got on the clearance rack at Lowe's. And they look gorgeous now. Little water, little deadheading, and they are flushing back. I'm finding beautiful plants, very healthy plants on the clearance rack where you can just save a lot of money. So last year I did not have any flower beds in my backyard. So I spent quite a bit of time at Lowe's. My friends actually teased me about putting signs up telling the clerks, the associates, not to sell me anything. Because I got a whole lot of stuff. I've got multiple flower beds back here. They need a lot of work. If you looked at my May garden tour, there's a lot of weeding to do. I got all of the flowers, perennials, and bushes in the flower beds in late October and November. I mulched without putting cardboard down, and then we've had an excessive amount of rain this spring. So they are just absolutely chock full of weeds. So I'm going to be tackling that this week. But I saved a whole lot of money. I was able to get a lot of things I would not personally have been able to afford normally because they were on clearance up to 50% off, especially the larger items. You can save a whole lot of money. Just have a little patience, give it a little TLC, and you'll be good to go. So let me share with you here what I have bought this year for the garden. Some are perennials and some are annuals for the flower beds out front. Give you a good overview of what I have here. So I have several of these Gerber daisies. Got a red one, pink one, and a salmon orangey color one. Gorgeous. These were $5.98. Needed a little cleanup. I mean, you need to deadhead them anyway as they grow, but this is $4. So I got the Jaguar Select Gerber Daisy. Just look how beautiful that is. Absolutely gorgeous. This is an Affinity British Rose Gerber Daisy. Gorgeous. Also $4. And then the last one is an Affinity Dutch Orange Gerber Daisy, which is absolutely gorgeous. So all of these were $4. At Lowe's, anything $5.99 or lower, I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure anything $5.99 or lower is $4. Anything $3.99 or lower is $2. $1. I'll put the prices on the screen. So this is a Grace Ward Lithidora for $5.48. It's a trailing perennial, and it is cold hardy to -20, so $4. I have several of these out in my front flower bed, and they're just little gorgeous little tiny blue flowers. These I just got this weekend. So they're Easy Wave petunias, again, $5.98, went down to $4. It's a trailing annual for summer or spring and summer. They get 6 to 12 inches high. These will be the trailing kind, which is really what I wanted. So they look really good. Now I got a couple of them, and some of them do need a little deadheading, but the rest of the plant is very healthy. Has really good growth. It'll grow back. Mega Copa Pink Bacopa, also $4. Very, very beautiful. I've got several different colors of these. I've got this pink one, also a Bacopa. It's a Betty Blue Bacopa. I think I also have a Betty White. It has the white flowers on it, but very beautiful for pots. I also absolutely fell in love with Lantana. It's a gorgeous little flower head there. It was also $4. It's an annual, 12 to 24 inches high. It'll flower all season, and it's just gorgeous. Another annual that I got is another full sun, is the Heather Kufia. Not really sure how you say that, But look at that. Is that not just beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. $4 as well. 12 to 24 inches high and wide. So these will all be going into pots. So this is actually a perennial. It's a golden sphere coreopsis. 648 made it $4. And it is good down to -20. So this will come back year after year for a lot of areas. It's 10 to 18 inches high, 12 to 18 inches wide. So it's a more compact coreopsis. Need to deadhead it a little bit, but it's absolutely going to be gorgeous. This is a larger perennial. It's a Leonardo compact leopard's bane. Never had this one before. It's good to a -30 part sun because I'm wanting to add a bed that is more in the shade. $7.98 was $4. So just beautiful little yellow daisy looking flowers. So I got a couple of these in different colors. There's a pink one back there. This is a gorgeous purple columbine. So Spring Magic Columbine, also $4. And it is good down to a -40. So it's full sun. Our Columbine wanted a shade. I'm going to have to double check on that. But it's an upright perennial. And just absolutely love Columbine. So there's beautiful flowers. So this next one is also a perennial. It's a double the sun coreopsis. Good down to a -30. It was also $4. Look how lush that is. It was a little wilty when I got it. I think I got 2 of them. But absolutely gorgeous. Pop that in the ground and it'll come back year after year. It's in between flower flushes. So it'll come back, but it is a Fire Witch dianthus. Also a perennial, good to -40 and $4. So when you get to the $7.98, you're actually getting into the half price zone. It's right at that threshold. So this one was $4, so half price. So I got these. How gorgeous that is. I got these a couple of weeks ago. So they've reflushed. It's annual. It's a Lanai upright pink eye verbena. 12 to 16 inches high. $4. Look how gorgeous that is. Got 2 of those. Another one I got this weekend is this lemon ball sedum. It's a full sun trailing perennial. Good to -40 as well. And this one I just got, so it's just starting to flush back a little bit. So it's a little tired looking, but it blooms in the summer and the fall. It's a little tired right now because I just got it, but it'll flush back well. Also, something that I got a few weeks ago is this paparazzi jagger phlox. It's also perennial, $13.48 down to $7. So this was a little higher, still very close to half price. It is good to a -20 and just has absolutely beautiful purple flowers. Probably one of the ones I was most excited to get this year is also perennial. It's a uptick gold and bronze coreopsis. Again, $13.48, so $7. And it is good to a -20. It'll be 12 to 14 inches high. So pretty close to where it is now. But it's just really, really beautiful looking plant. This is what I have from the Lowe's clearance rack for 2024 so far. I really don't need much of anything else. I have my annuals for the summer season and also a few perennials to fill in holes from last year. So now let me show you some of the things I got on clearance last year and how they're doing this year. So next, let me share with you some tips so that you can ensure you get the best experience shopping the Lowe's clearance rack. The first would be frequency of your visits. As I said earlier, they are pushing through inventory daily. So it might be possible to ask the associates when they would turn inventory over to the clearance rack, but from what I've seen so far, it's really random. It's just a matter of when they get a truck full of new stuff and they have to have space on their tables for it. They will take the older stuff. Some of it is absolutely gorgeous and pristine and put it on the clearance rack. The second tip is to look the plant over very, very well for a couple of reasons. One, you want to make sure that it's still alive, obviously. Make sure it has a good, strong root base and that the base of the plant looks like it'll grow back. Once they put the plants over on the clearance rack, from my experience, they're done with them. They don't water them. They don't do anything. So you will find ones that are just literally withering, dying on the rack because no one's taken them. A couple of days have passed and there's no water. If there's no rain, they're not getting any liquid. So look for that. That's another reason to go frequently because then you will find them once, hopefully the day that they put them on the rack. You also want to check for any major disease issues. Like I said, with the oak leaf hydrangea, it did have some type of rusty looking fungus issue. I've also gotten plants that had powdery mildew later on in the season. If it's not really, really bad, a little neem oil and a little thyme, maybe taking a few leaves off, will totally help that. And you have a really, really high percentage of having a good plant that will survive. I've had multiple plants I did that with, no problem. So highly recommend it. But look at it closely, see if it's something you're comfortable working with. Make sure it is a really good, strong root base still, and that there's plenty of growth that you could see within that base. The third tip would be to have a little bit of patience. If you have specific things you're looking for or specific places in your garden or your flower beds that you're wanting to fill, but you need a certain type of plant, have a little patience. Most of the stuff I found last year did eventually cycle through the clearance racks, but it might take a few weeks, even a month or two. So just have a little patience. You will probably find what you're looking for there a whole lot cheaper than the full price. I would also recommend going to multiple locations of Lowe's if you have them in your town and they're accessible. There's one near my work, there's two near my house, sort of, and then there's one a little further away that I went to a few times last year, and each of them actually had probably a different variety of what I would find on the clearance rack. The one that was the furthest away, I would find the larger stuff like the climbing hydrangeas, the clematis, the oak leaf hydrangea. A lot of the bigger stuff like that, the more unusual stuff, I would find more often at this one location. The one near me has a lot of the annuals and the small perennials all the time. One near work has just all kinds of stuff. So I'll show you. I've probably played a little bit of video here with that, but they have everything from potted plants to annuals to large bushes. They just have everything. So if you are able, go to a couple of different locations just as you're out traveling, or if you're close to where you work or home. So check out a couple of different locations. You should also consider the price. As I said, some of the stuff I got was half price. Some of it was $2 off. The $5.98 plants were marked down to $4. Not bad. If you can save $2, you should. But if the plant was not healthy, you would be better served to get the full price plant at $5.98. That's really, really what you want. You need it now. You can't wait. So consider how much you're saving versus how healthy the plant is. The next tip would be to check the hardiness zone. My Lowe's do have a lot of tropical plants, which are absolutely 100% not hardy. In my zone, we're in a 7A, very close to 6B. We just got bumped up, but I personally would not get a plant that was below or above a 6B for just safe security. I don't want to spend money on a plant and then have a really cold winter and have it die. So check your hardiness zone because they do have a lot of tropicals that are on clearance because people aren't buying them because they're annuals here. They're expensive annuals and we're taught $20, $30. I don't want to spend $10 or $15 even on clearance. for a plant that's going to die this year. So consider that. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out my May garden tour, the good, the bad, and the really, really ugly. I've had really great success with the garden this year so far, but the water has finally receded. We're a little squishy, but we've had so much rain over the last month and a half. It's been insane. So be sure to check out my May garden tour video. You'll see some of the other perennials that I planted out last year from the clearance rack. And also, I'll be tackling the weeding today and this week. So let me know in the comments below, have you bought from Lowe's clearance rack before, or are you interested in doing that? And if you do so, come back and let me know. Let me know how it went, and send pictures for what you've bought. I'd love to know that, to see what other people are buying, because I know this year I was able to find cat's pajamas. I could not find that last year. So the availability at each store varies from year to year, and probably by location as well. So let me know what you're buying. I appreciate it. I'd love to know, because it is definitely well worth the savings that you can get if you're a little careful and a little patient. So hopefully this gave you some good ideas about how you can save some money on your garden this year. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Follow me through my garden journey. This is my second year, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And I'd love to have you along for the ride. So until the next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, and bye.